Okay. Hello, 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 everybody. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Hi, Jarl. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Ozcrow. Hi, Big Monty. Hi, Tormy. Hi, Emerald. Hi, Kaiser. Hi, Moo. Hi, Zindani. Hi, Big Monty. Hello, everybody. Hi, Ozcrow. Wait, I already. Anyway, you get two. Hi. Welcome back to the Scuff. This is the second and final vacation stream. So thank you for coming on out. Sorry, I tend to peak the mic a bit more on this because I'm just using my AirPods. I'm so sorry. But anyway, let's get over there. What do you say? Let's do it. Wow. Welcome to the Scuff. It is very Scuff. But you know what? We're here. We're here and we're ready to just hang out for a bit. Today's stream is going to be fairly short, only about an hour and a half in total. I'll be ending at 8 p.m. Wario? No, this is Starrio. Anyway, so what's everybody been up to? You've been having lots of fun. Did anybody play more League on Tuesday without me? Did you guys get lots of blues? There with a wah. I'm just making silly noises. What happens sometimes when you don't know what to say? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. When you hear the sound of it, it's something quite precocious. Hi, Wild Trash Can. Hi, Scarlet. Hello. Boomerio. What? Not a boomer? I am a boomer. You are already 6 under. Just doodling. Nice. And glad to hear you're doing good, Emerald. Vacation's been good. Lots of twists and turns. Lots of car troubles and things. We haven't really done too many activities, to be honest. Mostly just have sat around, which isn't the worst, but I was hoping we would go on hikes and stuff, and we just haven't. Not really. Maybe tomorrow. The boys were up to the usual. Yeah, I saw. I was online when I got home, so I didn't league. RIP. I'm so sorry to hear that, Kaiser. You missed out on your weekly league. Don't worry, we'll be back on Tuesday for that. Hi, Edo. Feeling when the alien doesn't pull up with her spaceship. You know, I'm trying my best, okay? Trying my best out here. You needed the break? Yeah, the break is really nice. I like changing up my routine a bit, going on vacation and just sorta, you know, chilling. It's good. It's good to do something different. It's good to like have people around you that are like, all right, we're all doing this together, so everybody get up and go. You know, I like that. But yeah, we have been getting we've been getting like ice cream every day. It's very yummy. Vacation, but somewhere else, kind of. But with walks. Daily walks. Together forever. Ice cream! Ice cream's always good. Okay, I should specify it's specifically gelato, but you know, we don't have to specify. I know there's a big, like, argument about that, but I don't know. I'm just being generic here. Hi, Thoron. Starry's adventures are not as adventurous as they sound. Definitely needs specified. I figured you would care, Scarlet. I figured you would care. Today I had like vanilla and coffee gelato mix, like 1 scoop of each in my. It was very good. Yeah, no, I mean, Scarlet, normally I would care about the difference between gelato and ice cream. I really do. Trust me, I do. Just, you know, reasons. Gelato is very good. It is, indeed. It's also less rough on my tum-tum. Little scoop of vanilla. What? I thought I was blueberry. Texture difference is a lot. I know, Scarlet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Normally I would care about the difference, but the reason why I'm not is because I don't want to be too specific. Hi, Lorian. Hello, how are you? Welcome. This is an awkward time to have first-time people, because I'm just using my PNG. This is totally scuffed stream. We're just chatting today because I'm on vacation. But I will be back on Sunday with a full stream with my model and everything for Final Fantasy. We're gonna do some like Blue Mage spell stuff. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna avoid Dawn Trail stuff for almost a month. Give other people a chance to get caught up first. Part of the families from Sicily? Oh my gosh, it all makes sense. Gotta toss you out, probably expire. What the? Vanilla shouldn't be blue. What? Moo. Hi, game guy. Hello, how are you? Vanilla with blue food coloring. That would just be sensory confusion. Your brain would be like, it's blue. But your mouth would be like, but it's vanilla. That would be so confusing. Kind of like the steak cake. Do you guys know about the steak cake? It's when they make a cake, but it's made to look like a steak, and your brain says, it's a steak. You take a bite, and your mouth says, but it's cake. You're like, but I see steak. And then the mouth says, yeah, but it's cake. Hi, Napoleon Bonaparte. Sorry, it would be Blue Moon flavored. What is Blue Moon flavored? Like, kind of cheese? Blue Nilla. What is that? What is it? You want to eat both a steak and a cake? Napoleon, what about pancakes? For those of you who don't know, Napoleon has been craving pancakes for almost 2 years now, because Napoleon for some reason refuses to go out to a diner to get pancakes, or refuses to get pancake mix and make said pancakes themselves. So Napoleon is pancakeless. Come to accept you'll never get pancakes. Are you just like waiting for someone to make them for you? Like if someone made you pancakes, Napoleon, would you eat them? Or would you be like, no, I'm abstaining? Man has his priorities. Does he though? Because if he had his priorities straight, I think he would just go straight for the pancakes. Beef flavored pancakes. That's disgusting. For years now. That's like self-inflicted wound. You get no sympathy from me, friendo. It's super self-inflicted. It's super self-inflicted. Heck with your pancakes, waffles for life. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? Confusing priorities, but priorities. Be suspicious of the person who made the pancakes. Oh, this is something fun I learned. This is something fun I learned about myself. When I say a hypothetical, if someone did something, when I say a hypothetical, I mean literally hypothetically a random person, doesn't even matter who it is. Like the person is irrelevant in the question, right? Apparently, the vast majority of other people, you know, when you say a hypothetical, you mean yourself. I didn't know that for way too long. That's something I've only learned, like, this year. A few months ago I learned that. I'm like, wait, when people talk about hypotheticals, they're not actually talking hypothetically. They're just talking about themselves? Oh man, the amount of misunderstandings in my life. So anyway, that to say, no, I don't mean myself, Napoleon. Somebody else. Yeah, I found out that I apparently am an alien. Did you know? I'm an alien. I talk different. I think different. I'm built different. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. What are you, an alien? Well, hi, someone. I wasn't trying to summon you with the hypotheticals of somebody doing Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome. I'm just a blue alien. No, Scarlet, let's not spread misinformation today. There's so many new people popping in. Do you guys just like jump from just chatting streams to just chatting streams? It's kind of interesting. Waffle makers can be used to make a lot of foods. Try some cheesy fries with bacon. Oh, now we're talking. Earth lost its gravity. Earth would be blown apart. Earth would cease to exist. If it lost its gravity, that means it would also lose its mass. It would cease to be held together. Very gullible. What? Where did you get this from? Thank you. This is my PNG. I normally have a full live 2D model, but because this is a short scuffed stream, I'm not using my model. I'm on vacay, as the pinned message says. But I will be back on Sunday with a full stream at home and on the spaceship, the whole deal. Captain, I hope you understand the strain of self-restraint to not make a short/size joke is causing me borderline physical pain. But what did you... Are you talking about hypotheticals and you want to make a short joke? I'm confused. Scarlet, why you gotta be like this? Now that message has been up there too long for me to delete. Doesn't matter. If someone somehow knew I wanted pancakes and presented me with pancakes, I would be immediately on guard. Even if it was like a family member, Napoleon? Or even a co-worker? I mean, surely you have expressed your need for pancakes to somebody. Free pancakes, but at what cost? The cost of accidentally burning yourself because they're too hot. It needs gravity. It's a good feeling. We don't need to float towards it. What are you talking about? They were talking about if Earth lost its gravity. I say it would cease to exist. Scarlet, don't worry about what they do. You don't need to worry about it. I know that you guys want lore, and I've had to rewrite all of it, is the honest truth. I've had to rewrite all of it, and I'm not done. It fell through right before my debut. I had to scrap everything that I had planned. So, that's the honest truth. That's why there's no lore video. Keep dreaming. Maybe one day we can fund it. Figure it out. You keep those things to yourself. Why, Napoleon? You don't just offhandedly go like, ah, coworker, I could really go for some pancakes right now. Hypothetically, Napoleon could make pancakes while sleep cooking, and then they'd be even more suspicious pancakes. That would be very suspicious, yeah. Finally get my Dawn Trail key, and they won't let me use it till July 2nd. How dare they make me wait? How dare you make them wait? You could have pre-ordered it months ago, but you chose to pre-order it during maintenance. I say shame on you. Shame on Moo. Shame on you. Shame on your dragon. Shame on your cow. Shame on your family. Dishonor. Scarlet, it was never released prior. I had to change a lot of things. And it all got scrapped, basically. That's why there is no Starry lore. It all got scrapped. Due to some friendship issues. Shame on your cow! That's right, Scarlet. I'm glad you understood. Sounds like I shouldn't have waited so long to pre-order. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Shame on you, waiting so long to pre-order. No need to drag my name into it like that. Well, that's what also happened to Moo. So shame on the dragon, shame on the cow. Yep. And he's coming out in waves. Shame! Ding. Shame! Ding. And yes, I know the actual quote from Mulan is dishonor, but yeah, we're going with shame. Don't normally talk about stuff like that to my coworkers. Don't talk about your pancake cravings with coworkers. I'm saddened by this. But you know what? To each their own. Share what you will and don't what you won't. Did that rhyme? Oh no, Scarlet! How could you do this to me? Why would you play WoW instead of Final Fantasy? Ah! Hello, I'm a recovering WoW addict of 13 years playing on and off. And now I will never touch it again. I play Final Fantasy instead. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Don't touch it. Now, style banter very funny? I mean, I would know. Keep personal life separate from work life. Always keep them guessing. Yeah, keep them guessing how much of a serial killer you are. For not being personable. But, you know, to each their own. They go into maintenance to prepare for the set amount of people who already pre-ordered. The betrayal, Scarlet. Yeah, this is like top 10 anime betrayals. And you were already the top 5. They will hold it over you. knowing that you want pancakes. What if they just showed up one day and were like, "Hey, I was stopping by Mackie D's and I got you some stupid griddle cakes. Hope you're happy. I poisoned them." uh Should we make you a token for years clean from WoW? Let's see. I quit in 2021. Now 2024. Coming up on 3 years in August. 3 years clean! No, I had a serious addiction. Particularly in high school, I had a really serious addiction where if I didn't play World of Warcraft for more than 12 hours, I got a headache. Legitimately, I got a headache from not playing the game. It was really bad. It also made me say no to my friends. When they asked me to hang out, I was like, I'd rather go home and play WoW. I don't want to hang out with you. And then I was like, you know what? I missed some really important moments in my life, like my boyfriend's promposal, because I was in the middle of raid. So I realized that I had taken my addiction to WoW way too far, and I told myself that if my friends asked me to hang out, I would not say no if the only reason I had was to go home and play WoW. And I had to cut out WoW a lot. But yes, it's been a long time since I've told that story on stream. But yeah, I basically ruined my boyfriend's promposal in high school. To be fair, he should have known I was in raid at the time. It was just... I messed up. It all turned out okay, but I messed up, and that was kind of like the moment when I realized I was way too addicted to that game. I too would ditch friends for a while because they played RuneScape Classic. What? I played RuneScape because I couldn't play WoW. Once I could play WoW, I played WoW instead. No, Shaw, you were one of those. I was seriously addicted. No way. Yep. Hi, Radish. Hello, how are you? And also, hi, Dark. Hello, how are you? Already top 5 out. Show up at prom limo and read the prom. What? No, not like that. It wasn't like the day of. I didn't miss prom. I still went to prom and everything. It was the promposal. It was when he came over to ask me to prom. I didn't know he was coming over. All of a sudden, he's just like, hey, look out your window. I'm looking at my phone like, why would he tell me to look out my window? I look out my window and there he is and I'm like, I'm in the middle of raid. I'm literally healing this raid. I can't. It was so bad. Hi, Nitrix. The problem with vacations is you miss out on lane CS gold XP. Ah, no! I know. I wanted to play League on Tuesday, but, it wasn't in the cards. Oh, and it being Thursday, Zindani? Or maybe Kaiser? I don't know who's around. Have you guys checked on my Castle Hearts in V Rising? Please just don't play with me. My paper heart will bleed. Already been doing it. Thank you, Zindani. Already don't trust them with food. One of my coworkers made brownies once. Worst mistake in my career. They made pot brownies and brought it to work? Or they just made such bad brownies that they disagreed with your bowels? I was holding a boombox and you told him, I'm busy, get out of here. No, not exactly like that, but almost. I didn't tell him to leave or anything. I just didn't... I should have gotten up from my computer and run down to meet him instead of making him come up the stairs to me and, Anyway, don't mess up your promposals, kids. enjoying myself as much as I can. There's been a lot of, like, unforeseen difficulties on this trip, and we're just rolling with the punches with the car troubles. Messed up prom because I was too shy to go. We're not the same. When I went to my junior prom, nobody recognized me. I was all dressed up with my hair up and makeup, and nobody recognized me. They came up to my boyfriend and were like, where's your girlfriend? Who's this? And I'm like, it's me! They legit didn't recognize me. I'm like, is this how Cinderella felt? When nobody recognized her just because she was dressed up? Can't mess it up if you have no one to ask. Sat there alone at the table most of the night. Hey, that's when you go stag with your other stag friends, duh. I'm red, but I'm still blue inside. Yeah, my dress was purple. Didn't go. You know, there's nothing wrong with not going to prom. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel like I would have missed out on anything by not going to my school's prom. Another prom I went to. There's so much drama and weird after prom convos. Not worth. Yeah, I mean, prom can definitely be a ton of drama. For me, it was a very wonderful, magical night where it was just, everything was kind of perfect. At least for junior prom. Senior prom sucked. Oh, that was horrible. The venue was awful. The music was terrible. There was no good seating. It was really bad. But junior prom was amazing. 90% of my friends were a year behind me, so literally had no one I was close with. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hung out with a lot of people who were in grades below me, so it got to the point where, like, my own friends in my own grade, or not my own friends, but the other people in my grade who I didn't really know as well, they thought I was in a year below them until graduation. They were like, "You're in our grade?" I'm like, "Yes." Oh, wild. Never went to prom, never regret it, ain't into that stuff. Like I said, nothing wrong with not going. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Aw, that's cute, Zindani. Go ahead and finish that rant about senior prom with the get off my lawn, Blue, you know you want to. What do you mean get off my lawn? Oh, because I was saying about how everything was terrible at senior prom? It was really bad. I didn't even like my dress in the end. I wish I had picked a different one, but I had been, like, trying to save money, and I just went thrift shopping and I was like, oh, this is the perfect dress. And I bought it, like, months before. And then I got to the moment to actually wear it, and I was like, I actually hate this. I feel so uncomfortable. I should have just gotten something more similar to my dress from junior prom. That would have been more fun. Hi, Demon King. Hello, how are you? Wasn't dating anyone, so was set up with someone to be their date, and they were kind of, well, they hung out more with other people, so I did the same thing, and she got upset. Barely know her, so then both her friends gave their number and went on instant desperation. What? They, like, tried to set you up with someone, but were mad that neither of you hung out with each other. I don't get it. Prom drama's too much. That was too long ago. Too long ago for the drama. That was forever ago. We're sharing prom stories. Oh, Radish, do you have one? I wasn't being too specific about my prom stories. I was mostly just tangenting. Reminiscing. Would have thought you were a few years younger. What are you talking about, Moo? Oh, are you talking about, like, with the people in my grade thinking I was one grade below? No, that was just because I hung out with a bunch of people in the grade below us. And I was super antisocial with the people I didn't like. Hello, I am an introvert. I'm a streamer because I don't have to see anybody. Kidding, but also not kidding. Went, had my fun day, was a very nice guy, and we had a great time. Oh, that's good, Radish. I'm glad you had a fun time. Even if it's not like a partner or somebody, just picking a friend who's like cool to hang out with, you can still have a magical night. Don't have to be romantic, it can be platonic. Oh, you didn't meld personality-wise? That sucks, Scarlet. I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. Hope you had fun with other people, despite your own date not being so great. This is what you did? You went with a friend? Platonically? Absolutely fine. Absolutely encouraged, in my opinion. No need to put pressures of romance on prom night. Just go with someone you're gonna have the most fun with. I would have thought you still needed to grow, but not my fault for the you were 19. Hey! Listen here, bucko! I've been 5'2.5" since sophomore year of high school. I have not grown since. It may have been earlier than that, it might have been 8th grade, but still! No, you took your girlfriend at the time to junior prom, Ozcrow? Dance the night away? Aw, that sounds so like you. That's cute. Charmy! Thank you. Thank you, Zindani, for deleting the misinformation. I know a lot of streamers like to joke about their height. They're like, I'm 6 foot tall. But like, I literally have never lied. Never said anything else. I am 5'2.5". That's not how heights work, Moo, but thanks for playing our game. We have some lovely parting gifts. Taco time! Enjoy your tacos, Radish. A recount? I mean, I haven't needed a recount. But I have found that when you go to the doctor's office, their measuring tape is off since it's pasted to the wall and it kind of moves over time and stuff. So anyway, they always say like, oh, I'm gonna round up, you're 5'3", or, you know, and I'm like, what? Stop! I'm not! I'm very specifically 5'2.5". Do not round up. Like, I even had one, like, physical exam in high school where they were like, you're 5'3.5", and I'm like, your measuring tape is off by a whole inch. That's wild. Hope you're having a very nice vacay, girl. I am trying to. Lots of car troubles and rolling with the punches, but you know what? I'm having a good time. It's good to get away. I needed to get away a bit. A change of scenery always does me good. Doctor told me I was an inch taller than I actually am. Made it awkward when I went on a date with a 5'8" girl because she expected me to be the same height. Oh no. No, see, don't Like, you would think, like, oh, the doctors, they're supposed to be the best at measuring you. No. No, their equipment is used over 1,000 times a day, and it was put up one time by someone who was, get this, guesstimating. It's very sloppy. They do not get it right. So do not trust the doctor. Not even for the scale at the doctors, to be honest. Like, that thing is ancient and gets used way too much. The measuring at a doctor's office is actually super inaccurate. Measure at home. Get a tape measure. Put a book on your head. Measure. Doctor looked at me funny once when my height was a full inch and a half different than the previous checkup. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's not how that works. They use the calibrated thing even. Yeah, well, it's wrong. They also don't tell you to take off your shoes. They barely even tell you to take off your jacket, so then you have to, like, subtract pounds for your, like, clothes and stuff. I hate it. So inaccurate. Hi, Mana. Hello, how are you? You definitely roll with the punches stuff. See you on stream when you're back. Yeah, I'll be back on Sunday. On Sunday. Enjoy your noms, Radish. They also writing chicken scratch. You think they can even read their own writing? Heck no. It wasn't their equipment, it was because of how long I've been awake for. Oh, you weren't slouching? Nice. Also, that was a yawn. You may count it. Just one. Woke up and saw there was a stream going. Yeah. Just a short one. I'm not gonna be here too long. Just another 45 minutes. Sorry, what did you think of that Chained Together game? I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. Chained Together is a very silly game. I love it. I like watching other people playing it. Okay, one more. That was a big yawn. I'm so sorry. I've been, like, up for 30 hours following pretty much the first thing. My spine hadn't compressed. Yep. You weigh between an average child and a young adult, scribbles down moon roots. Close enough, right? Oh, Scarlet, let's not do that. Oh my. What the actual heck? No, but it's a very silly game. How is everybody holding up? You guys getting more sleep without me there, or less sleep? A little of both. About the same, God. Oh. You've replaced me already, Napoleon? What the heck? Just kidding. Boom, my sleep is all messed up. You know I rely on this dumb cozy corner to stay on schedule. I know. I figure Jarl is having some of the hardest time. I know several people do actually line up their sleep schedules with my stream, and so when I go way too late into the night, I'm so sorry, but you know, sometimes I just get in that, like, I want to go late tonight mode. My poor regulars. Less! No, Tommy, you're supposed to get more sleep. Wait, what is this? Coding, gaming, lurking. The usual. am. It's always good for me to get a change of scenery for a little while, even if it's just a week. I've just had a very exhausting month so far preparing for this, and then we're having like some stressful car trouble. So we're just rolling with the punches, doing what we can. Sleep? When do I ever get that? I mean, hopefully at night or in the early mornings. That's when. Been sleeping quite poorly. Not been able to sleep for more than 4 hours at a time the past few days. Well, did you know that 4 hours is approximately one sleep cycle, give or take like 15 minutes, depending on the person? So when you wake up after 4 hours, you're just supposed to roll over and go back to sleep. It's natural to wake up. It's a natural rhythm. Now, I used to have a problem where I was waking up every like 2 hours. And I mean like every 2 hours. Sometimes even every hour. It was like bleh, 90 minutes per cycle? I have never heard that. Hi, Seal. Hello, how are you? In the bed and woke up 3 hours later last night. Oh, rip. Biphasic sleep? We stopped doing it when we invented artificial streetlights. Ah. I hate streetlights. They're kind of the worst. Like, I get that they're supposed to make neighborhoods safer by having them be more lit up and less dark corners. But they're horrible. They shine right in your bedroom window, and they are the absolute worst for trying to sleep at night. Garbo. Had 2 sleep phases for thousands of years. You've been doing all right, you think? Well, I guess it that's good. I think. Kept people outside up longer instead of winding down. Ooh. Science! Not been able to get back to sleep. Maybe it's because it's quite hot. It's gone up from 68 to 82 these past few days, but it will go back to normal tomorrow. Ooh, yeah. Heat waves been hitting everywhere. Sorry, I'm just going to say it and forget it. Emails confuse me sometimes. What about them is confusing? Is it the fact that we've never studied the female body? No, true story. Most studies about women's medicine are done on men. It doesn't make sense, but that's the truth. Why are we studying men for women's medicine? Why are we testing birth control on men? Why do men get topical birth control with no side effects? I'm gonna have some fighting words for some people. Let's go brrr. Please have this yellow star. Oh, thank you. I love it. Oh, wait, Nitrix. Right here. Ready? Are you looking? You give me a yellow star? There it is. Do you see it? Okay, I'm back. You tried. I love that emote. I love it. Is that supposed to be Senior WT Gaming? Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome. How's it going? Hope stream's going well. It's going good. We're just doing a scuffed little just chatting stream. I'll be back to my regular streaming on Sunday. Right now I'm using a PNG. But I have a full live 2D model. It was there the whole time. Yep. Don't sit on the fence, Blue. Pick a side. Oh, she has a side already. Oh, I'm not on the fence. Don't you worry. Look, I said all I needed to say, so I'm better now. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now, Zeal, and I'm sorry that you are confused. Just Sir? Sir WT Gaming? What's the WT stand for? What can I call you that? In rats. Yeah. Well, thanks. Zeal, you don't sound very reassured. Do you need help? Do you need what is referred to as the wonderful internet's advice? Perhaps without going into too much detail. But I mean, honestly, in the end, empathy is the biggest thing you can do. Nope, it's fine. Okay. If you say so. You just made it up. You don't know. You don't know what WT is. Okay. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? WT Gaming? Maybe it kind of does. WT. Don't mind me. Just trying to figure it out. Nitrix, thank you for your support. Just need to vent it, and I did, so time to move on. Okay, well, glad you didn't let it blow a gasket. Good to vent it every now and again. YG is Wondrous Tales must be a Chloe fanatic. Chloe. Your wholesome quote. What's your wholesome quote? Pause. We're on pause. We're waiting. What is it? Pause, champ. What is it? WT Gaming, what's your... You're trying to tell us something. Just go ahead and say it. Oh. I could write a million words. I could write a million sentences. I could write a million words in those million sentences, but I could only write 2 words for this community. Thank you. Yeah? You just got here and you already like my community so much? Well, you are welcome here. Edo, it's Chloe with a K, not with a C. Because it's Final Fantasy and they're always trying to do some things. Oh, the stream delay was all for you. Oh, okay. Typically vent with some savage magdums or brutal snipes, setups and Donnie into a hapless enemy, but I like me a good rant too. Rants are good. They definitely are. They help you process. Two words, French toast. Oui, oui. In France, they just call it toast. No, actually they don't. They probably call it like egg toast or something like that. Or cinnamon egg toast. Who knows? Probably French toast in France is nothing like what people make in the US. Oh my gosh. You don't like French toast. This is a disaster. No, it's fine. More for the rest of us. We will eat the French toast that you do not. Eggy bread. Oh my gosh, I forgot they call it that. Pompadour? Meaning lost bread, reflecting its use of stale or otherwise lost. Oh yeah, because you use stale bread to make French toast. Yeah. French toast, I hear. Oh? You gonna get some French toast for me? Bit late, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Hi, Feather. Yes, we scuffed. We so scuffed for at least about 30 minutes more. Edo, why would I say aluminium? That's like a whole extra I in there. It's aluminum. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Yarl, thank you for your toast. Nom 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 nom. You got off work 3 minutes ago. Well, hi, Feather. Thanks for popping in. I hope you had a good day at work. You're gonna drive home safely now, or you just got home? Hi, Sean Ross. Hello, how are you? You boop me. You boop you back. Sean Ross, thank you for the headband. British call it aluminium. Yes. Yes, I am aware. Aluminium sounds cooler. All I did was add an extra I. Aluminum. Work so often right now, don't want to scrub the floor no more. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Feather. Well, at least you get to go home and eat and rest now, right? What you gonna have for dinner, Feather? I'll go find that late night French toast spot. You know, some places don't have a nightlife. They don't have food after 10 p.m. 12 hours, start at 7 a.m. Oh my gosh, that's not enough time! Ah! The horror of not having a nightlife. Yeah. Of not having 24-hour food availability. Yeah. It's a struggle. It's a big struggle. Hi, Vader. Hello, how are you? Yeah, Jarl. That's choicey choices, but at least you can get pancakes. Yeah, but Edo, let's just cool it on the, like, talking about, you know, ways to locate you. Let's just chill on that. Nobody on the internet needs to know. Not too bad, just popping in. Well, thank you for popping in, Vader. I appreciate it. We just chilling for, 28 more minutes, approximately. It's just a short stream today, but I'll be back to normal schedule, well, almost normal, on Sunday. Pancakes are really mediocre burgers, but hey, options. You know, yeah. I think mediocre is far too generous for explaining McDonald's. So it's eat and shower gonna be eat 2 sandwiches made of sourdough, 3 slices of turkey on each side of the bread, topped with cheese, and that topped with pepperoni with a fruit punch to drink. And there's mayonnaise on the bread, right? Maybe some mustard. My vacation is going well, Vader. It's going well. Just dealing with a bit of car trouble my parents are having to deal with, but we are navigating it and rolling with the punches and enjoying ourselves anyway. You like your bread dry, Feather. Oh my. I mean, at least you have a fruit punch to drink so you won't, choke. But goodness gracious. Although I do miss sourdough. Warframe. I haven't played Warframe since it was the only multiplayer game, online game, on the PS4 when it launched. It was the only online multiplayer game on PS4 launch, because Destiny was a few months late. Yeah, I know it's still a very popular game and a lot of people play it, but I personally don't. Vader, that's terrifying. What? Did you try and drink it? Warframe on Switch just sounds like a... How does that even work? Wait, no, I did see it on the Switch store. That doesn't make sense, though. The graphics must be awful. So many games ported to Switch were, like, way too big for it. That poor little thing has so sad processing power. The Switch 2, I really hope they upgrade the processing power, because that poor little thing. I love my Switch. I love it dearly, and I like to play Palia on it, and I like to play Meow Match, but it's not for, like, big games. Remember those Game Boy Advance link cables? What? No? I never had a Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Color, which didn't have a backlit screen, and so you had to have a little light plugged into the side of it that drained the battery horribly. The only wet bread is garlic or Olive Garden dipped in their Alfredo. You prefer your bread always dry? Not even butter? Yeah, Mana. Gotta be careful with those unique names. Not awful graphics for Warframe? Oh, that's good to hear. You tipped out the bee out of your monster drink, Vader? Oh my. Well, I'm glad you didn't drink it, because it probably would have stung you on the inside of your mouth. That's toast, Starry. It starts out as bread? Yeah. And then you eat it, and... Anyway. Butter! It's a magical thing. I mean, Feather, to each their own. Enjoy your dry bread with no condiments. It drowned in your drink. Yeah, they can still sting you after they're dead, though, Vader. Speaking from experience, you ever stepped on a dead bee before? They can still sting you. Then why is it called toast instead of toasted bread? For short! sometimes you just gotta make noises. He's gonna make a short joke, but he stopped. It's only a short way. Is that a short joke? Stop laughing! I am evil! See, Vader, I am allergic to bee stings. So like if I get stung by a bee, it swells up a lot. So that's kind of like my worst nightmare. I don't want to drink a drink with a bee in it. Thank you. Gone insane. You think I was sane to begin with? Rah! Got back and made the same noise. Wah! It happens. Nice moo. Same brain cells. About as evil as your tall. Hey! That's very evil. Mwahaha. Gnome. Gnome, you! Go home now. Have to stop by the store first, though. Okay, Feather, drive safe. EpiPen for story time. I mean, I've considered it, but it would be, like, they have expiration dates. It would be expensive to maintain. I don't think I need an EpiPen. Hi, Duke. Hello, how are you? Numiieo, ya muppet. Numiieo, ya freak. Try and act like a giant, but you're not actually. It's all a lie. Sorry, your life is worth it. What, for the EpiPen that costs, what, $600? And has an expiration date? So you'd have to just do that all the time? I'm really good at avoiding the things that I'm allergic to. And I don't have an anaphylactic reaction to any of it. I don't know. I hear that also to get an EpiPen, you have to have an allergy test, like an official allergy test, and then you have to, have health insurance and stuff like that. Hate bees, even though I don't think I've ever gotten stung by one, but I've gotten burned by bumblebees. Burned by bumblebees? I've never heard of such a thing. Getting stung ain't fun, been there, done that? Yeah. Always err on the side of caution. Hence, why I avoid any situation in which there could be Starry poison. Hi, Cheeseburger. Hello, how are you? Hi, Sir Joker Knight. Thank you for lurking. Nuzzles heal everything. Nuzzles with like a cat or a dog. Expensive for a reason, they're greedy? Well, yeah. Yeah, they are. You're right, Vader. I probably don't want to know where you got stung. But I have been stung on my foot. Once when I was a small toddler, and later when I was in like high school. And I don't really remember the toddler one as much, but I do know that it swelled up and like obviously people had to carry me and whatnot, but I don't remember it as well. But in high school when I like got stung on my foot, I could not walk on it for several days. It was just so swollen. Yeah, you routinely go out and touch grass? Yes. Because I am not allergic to poison oak. At least I haven't been so far. The more times you expose yourself to poison oak, the more likely you are to become allergic to it, and your allergies can develop later in life, but you know. So, even though I know that I'm not allergic to poison oak, like I've literally picked up the leaf and like tried to shove it at people, and I was a terrible kid. I avoid it now. Even though I know I'm not allergic and I probably wouldn't get a rash from poison oak, I still avoid it on the trails and stuff. Glad to hear you're doing better, Cheeseburger. I'm doing well, rolling with the punches. This vacay isn't idyllic, but it is still good. Just having some car trouble stuff that we've been having to deal with, running it all around to every mechanic shop in the world. Immersion broken. Avoid germs too. Remember the war of the world. Germs. Hold a rope. Bumblebee was sitting on the other end a couple meters away, and it got angry when I disturbed him, so he flew all the way over just to sting and burn. Oh, okay. So he stung you. It was a big bumblebee, like one of the big black ones that are kind of like more beetle shaped. They're big bumbles. Stung on the knuckle of my pinky when I was a kid, and holy that stayed with me. Oh, it's an experience you never forget. I've also been bit by a wasp on my forehead. That also swelled up. It was horrible. It wasn't like vision impairing, but yeah, I got bit by a wasp on my forehead. I wasn't even doing anything. At least you're doing well, that's all that matters. Yeah. And I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Only time I was stung was when I was young. Sat on a bee and got stung under the part of my knee. Oh, that's one of the worst places to get a bee sting for sure. Never gotten stung. You grabbed on the wings of bee. Moo. Bad moo. Wasps and hornets are buttholes anyway. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they really are. Look, I was a toddler. A brave one, apparently. Haven't been stung by a wasp yet. Well, yeah, luckily wasps don't sting as much as they bite. It's horrible. One of those yellow and black fluffy bumblebees, and they don't sting. It's called a burn, where they do it for some biological reason. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. They like rub some sort of something that irritates your skin. Interesting. I thought that those fluffy yellow and black fluffy ones didn't do anything, but they burn. Okay, interesting. Give you a rash. Bees, I'll take the blame. Wasps are just bad. Yep. Hi, Sarah Shumai. Hello, how are you? Oh boy. Wasps are tiny flying engines of hate. Rivaled only by hornets. Yes. When we were young, we had more confidence. When it's all the ladies and no fear. Yeah. What a ladies' moo. Got attacked and stung by several wasps when I was a kid, like 5. Oof! Waiting in line for an amusement park ride was not fun. I had to go sit on the site nurse station. Oh no! That's terrible! You must have had ice cream all over your face. They rarely do anything and are normally quite chill, but I guess the one I deserve is a bad day or something. Yeah! I've never heard of the big fluffy bumblebees being aggressive of any kind. They're usually very sweet from what I've seen, but I don't know anything about it, to be honest. To be honest. Almost squished some on my compost pile on plywood by throwing a ball at them. Didn't get aggravated. Ugh. Well, I'm glad you didn't get hurt from that. Wasps are nothing to mess with. One big upside of staying at this Airbnb is that we have a hot tub in the back. That's really nice. So even though I haven't been able to like go on many hikes or like go visit places, it's been nice even though we're stuck here that I can still staycation and go in a hot tub. The wasp gets into your house, it's not your house anymore? Yeah, basically. Never get bit by a brown recluse spider. Someone in my scout troop when I was a kid on Backturn. By the time I hiked out and got to a hospital, poison had digested a softball-sized portion of her calf. Yes! Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend in one of my very first jobs who was bit by a brown recluse and nearly lost her knee. Pretty intense! Gotta be really careful of that stuff. Hot tub sounds really nice. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. But yeah, the necrotic effect of the poison of a brown recluse is terrifying. You had 2 wasps in your house and drowned them or used flies for... Wow. That's, Vader, you spend too much time around wasps, my dude. Go from relaxing on hot tubs to losing limbs. Yeah, I know. What a journey for us. Kind of normal jump for us at this point. I mean, it happens kind of because of the stream delay. Beehive, you see. A wasp hive? Thanks for the quick reminder, but don't touch grass! Move! Go touch grass! Go! Fly and be free! A what? A ward in the spot? This is a League of Legends reference. Haha, very funny. Moo doesn't touch grass, he eats it? Oh, you right. You need vacations too? Well, get your own vacation. This one's mine. This is my one, like, official vacation of the year. I look forward to it all year. Like, earlier I took a trip, but that wasn't, like, a vacation. That was, for my Nana's, like, medical stuff that she has to do every year. We try and make it less of a doctor's visit and more of a fun time. Just go out to eat, do puzzles. And then I have this, my annual vacation, and then I have another trip where I'm gonna have to do some work for my Nana, helping my sister clean up the cabin. That's gonna be really busy. Also, recently learned about the dangers of ticks. Them little buggers are everywhere. I mean, I knew of the danger, but didn't really know, you know? Yeah, the Lyme's disease. Oh boy. Ooh, you've been going down some rabbit holes. Finders keepers. No, it's mine. You can't have it. You'll never find me. You don't pay my sub. Whose bite can make you allergic to red meat? Now you do. Stay inside. Yep. Isn't there also a way to become allergic to chicken as well, specifically? Not just poultry in general, but specifically chicken. Try finding every trip to be away from. I'm doing my darndest. Last year, I wasn't able to stream while on vacation. This year, I am. You proud of me? Left for a bit, came back, we're still talking about pesky insects. Oh yeah, they are stuck on it. Yeah, Vader, I don't... That's too many encounters with wasps for my taste, I'm sorry. We'll kind of pay your sub with our subs to you. I mean, my sub is deductible on my taxes. Because I do play it almost exclusively on stream. So kind of? Always proud of you, Blue. You're doing great. Aww. Always. Aww, thank you, Tormy. Y'all. Yeah, you're sweet. And cheeseburger. Comfy internet? Yeah. And depending on how many people you have on your trip and whatnot, Airbnb can be cheaper than a hotel. Can be. Depends where you're going. For how long. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, we're bugging the part of chat that wants to move on from insects. Ah! Well, we only have like 5 more minutes anyway. I know, it just kind of became an insect stream. Okay, one last yawn. With that, be able to set up a raid? Let me see. Sometimes I can't. When I'm doing these. Oh, looks like we can. Okay. Starry's counting down the time. Well, I'm trying not to be late because I mean, I have to go clean up the kitchen. They cook dinner and I have to clean up. Okay. So you can join the Discord to get more information about upcoming events like my birthday streamathon coming on July 14th. And also my, we are doing a Hobbit and Lord of the Rings marathon on Saturday the 27th and 28th of July. Random question before you go, name a snack. I'm headed to the store. Dino chicken nuggies. Dino chicken nuggies. That is the snack you should get. But also, if you want to be adventurous, you can do Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, and cottage cheese. Don't knock it till you try it. It's a life changer. So yeah. Anyway, this is the last vacation stream, so I will be back. Well, it's the second and last. There was only 2. I will be back to normal streaming on Sunday. I will be playing Final Fantasy 14 online, and then I will be streaming Final Fantasy 14 again on Friday the 5th, July 5th, and no Saturday stream this week. Yeah, I know normally I would stream like in 2 days on Saturday, but we're gonna be traveling that day, so I can't. So I will be streaming on Sunday. I will be back on Sunday. I will see you guys then. Yeah, I appreciate everybody was able to catch these short streams. I know it's tough because you guys normally come later in the night, so I appreciate everybody showing up for these short little bits. Oh, no worries, Cheeseburger, no worries. Alright, those of you who have access to my emotes, please do copy and send the raid message when we get there. I would really appreciate it. Okay. I have our raid target selected. I think they're gonna be right back right now, but we're gonna raid anyway. No, I'm happy to share my time with you guys. I always miss you guys whenever I have to not stream, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sad. I know that you guys miss me too. Or at least I hope you do. So, you know, I try to make it less bad.
Zin finally decided to just show up.
Moo, thank you for the 100 biddies. Okay. We are raiding Psyche Celestite, so be sure to drop the raid message, say hi, hang around for a bit if you like. Psyche is amazing and currently doing all kinds of cool stuff. She's always doing cool stuff. Definitely a good time hanging out with Psyche. Anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out and chatting with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a good night and you get some good sleep, okay? Starry, we'll see you on Sunday, okay? We're gonna play some Final Fantasy XIV, okay? And if it's daytime for you, I hope you have a wonderful day. Good night, everybody! Bye-bye!